I don't know what it is about community lots in Sims 4, but they are the hardest thing for me to build in The Sims. When it comes to a residential lot, hands down, I can build it no problem at all. I love building homes in The Sims, and it's just so fun to build. And I love making them for specific storylines that I have in mind, or a specific sim, or anything like that. But with a community lot, I feel like I struggle so much. But that's actually what I'm going to be doing for you guys today. I am going to be building the Oasis Springs Park for my save file, and it's not on the big 50 by 50 lot that is in Oasis Springs originally. I actually turned that into a community pool. So the VODs are over there and it's up on the gallery. Today, I'm actually taking a 30 by 20 lot in one of the neighborhoods and I'm turning that into the Oasis Springs Park because I thought the original park was just too massive for me and I didn't know how I was going to build a community park on such a big lot in Oasis Springs. So I decided I wanted to do a smaller lot for the park because I thought it would be easier and I think it'd be really cute for this neighborhood. So let's get into it. So when it comes to creating a park, I usually do get a little bit overwhelmed because I'm not the very best when it comes to creating parks in The Sims. And when it comes to building in a desert world, I also struggle a lot because I don't build here all the time. I don't know how to landscape. I'm never really sure what kind of build to do in a desert world. However, when it came to this park, I honestly had like zero plans of what to do. I had no clue what I wanted to build. Usually I always have some idea of what I want to do with the lot that I'm building on. And for this one, I literally did not know what to do. So with looking at some inspiration pics and stuff off of Pinterest and Google, I was able to see what other simmers have done in the past when it comes to creating a park for Oasis Springs. And a lot of people have like a front garden space or like some type of way to display a statue of some sort. So I decided maybe the statue here could be like the creator, the founder of Oasis Springs. And I thought maybe this is the way that they honor him. So I thought that would be fun to have like a front little like fun garden space with a statue as a great like grand entrance to this park. And as you can see, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to decide what I want to do with this park. So sometimes the things that I like to do is I like to separate my plot into different sections. So when it comes to like parks, like for instance, the one I did for Willow Creek, I sectioned it off into 4 different really big squares. I came up with certain ideas for each square. So maybe this section of the park was like a garden space. This one could be for having a wedding. This one could be the playground for the kids. And this one was like a community park. However, for this one, I honestly did not know what to do. So I tried to section it off thinking, it's a smaller lot. So maybe over here, I might want like the bathroom area. Over here could be like the picnic tables, maybe a spot for the kids, maybe a spot for like a garden space. So that's kind of what you see me do. Is it helps a lot when I'm sectioning things off because then it helps spark ideas of like what I could do for every section. And I also decided I didn't like the design I had going for the pathway of the park. So I did change that around and I think I like this version a little bit better. I just think it looks a lot nicer, and when you're filling up a smaller space, for instance this 30 by 20 lot, I wanted to make sure that I didn't go too big on some items or too small on others. I wanted to make sure I had enough room for everything. So I thought it would be really nice to have this path that started at the front with maybe some chess tables that then led into like the playground area for the kids. And then in the back of the park, we have like the little bathroom area. We have like a little place for Sims to come for a picnic or to make some food and stuff like that. It just helps me better. It helps me better concentrate. It helps me come up with ideas, like I said. And I really did like how this area turned out. I thought it looked really nice. And I also loved the brick that I used. I never used this, but I thought it looked really nice for Oasis Springs. I thought it tied into the park beautifully. And I really do like how this ends up looking. The park area with like the playground ends up having like a few benches, like maybe where like the parents can sit and watch their kids play. And I just wanted to make it like really realistic to what I think a park would have. And then you can see me placing down the chess tables. I wanted to make sure that we had a lot of those because if there's one thing that I've noticed when it comes to a community lot, a park in particular, literally the Sims are always on chess tables, are always playing chess. So I wanted to make sure that we had a ton of different tables because if you want your Sim to come here, I know some of the NPC townies literally hog those chess tables. So there is a spot for you. Don't worry. And I also added a dumpster from the Eco Lifestyle pack in the back because I thought, if your Sims wanted to come here to dumpster dive and stuff as well, there is that, because with my save file, I want to tie in all the packs to everything that I create. And I also want to make sure that all the community lots are very versatile style, meaning that when you come to the slot, your sim has a lot to do. So they can cook and they can eat and they can work on their logic skill. They can dumpster dive. If you're playing rags to riches, I feel like this would be perfect. You've got the bathroom here. There's benches for you to sleep on. There's literally, like I said, dumpster diving. So I wanted to make sure that if you come here, if you download the slot, that there's a lot for your sims to do. And I really like how this turns out, and I think it looks so pretty. So when it comes to my save file, like I said, I want to make it so all the packs are tied in together. I'm having a lot of fun with the Oasis Springs portion. I already have out the Willow Creek part. If you guys want to download that, I will have it linked down below. I really liked how that save file turned out. I loved creating the backstories for sims I created. I loved making all these new townies. I loved giving townies makeovers and renovating some of the homes that were there, and then building some of the homes from the ground up. I had a great time with that. But I have to say, with Oasis Springs, I've got quite a lot left to do, and it is a little bit overwhelming because I think I have 14 lots left, and a lot of them are like the big community lots and then the big mansions that we also have in Oasis Springs. And I think those are the ones that are going to overwhelm me the most, because the bigger the lot, the harder I feel like it personally is. But I feel like if I just sit down and I focus, I feel like I definitely could come up with something that I think would be really fun. I think the one that I had the most fun building on stream with my community was giving Johnny Zest literally the house that he deserves, because he deserves a better life than what he is given. So we scrapped the whole mobile home and everything, and we made a 2-story bachelor pad for him. There are multiple bedrooms. He's got like a big chef kitchen. He's got a big backyard to throw parties. There's a pool back there and a hot tub. And there's even like a stage area and dance floor so that he could throw parties. He could have outdoor barbecue, have some type of show, a DJ come over. I just thought it would be so fun because he's not really like in a relationship. There is nothing that we really know about him other than he was disowned by the land grab. So I wanted to make sure he had a great place. And that's probably one of my favorite lots I've done for the Oasis Springs portion of the save file. There's a lot of great mid-century modern homes I've done as well, but I wanted to branch off this time and do a community lot because parks are really hard for me, community lots are really hard for me, and I wanted to really challenge myself. And I really did like how this park turned out. I struggled a lot with the landscaping. I had to figure out what looked best. I didn't know what you really do for a desert world. I felt like the trees looked really good. Like I felt those were perfect. But when it came to like the actual landscaping portion, it was really difficult for me to try and decide like what do you put there. So I was just like, you know what? Green, the little like palm plants that you can kind of see, the little like orange hibiscus plants. I thought those were perfect. There are some cacti in there. I thought those tied in really well, and I liked how that looked. And I did it for the other side as well as adding a few gardening plots, because I thought if your sims wanted to come here and garden, or maybe it's like a little fun community park garden, I thought that would be fun to tie in. I wanted to make sure, like I said, that there were lots of skill building areas here in the park for you. So there's stuff for the kids, there's stuff for the adults, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to put this in all my saves and have my sims come here. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. I think it looks really nice. And as you will see right now and then a little bit later in the video, I struggled with the terrain paint. Let me tell you, I had no clue what I wanted to do. I had no clue what I wanted the pathways to look like. And I liked the terrain paint that I had. Like, I love using this gravel. I think it looks so beautiful. However, for Oasis Springs, for some reason, I just felt like it was too light. So I do end up going back in and I do end up changing it to a darker color. And I think the terrain paint comes from the Horse Ranch pack, and I really do like that one. You can kind of see it at the bottom. It's like a little bit darker. It blends in with the sand in Oasis Springs beautifully. It looks really nice, really clean, and I absolutely love how this turns out. There's just so much that you can do here. There's even a telescope for your sims, so you can work more on all the skills that you possibly could at this park, and it looks so good. And as we come to a close here of this speed build, I really did enjoy doing this, and this definitely gets me excited to do more community lots in the future, because I definitely think if I can do this, I can definitely do any type of community lot. So doing a quick little tour of the park for you all, here is that front garden space I was telling you guys about with the statue. I thought it'd be kind of fun to have this front little space. We've also got some chess tables. There's a little telescope over here if your sims want to look at the stars. And then over here on the side, we've got a little bit of landscaping with some monkey bars. And then on the other side, we have the same landscaping with some few gardening plots. I thought it'd be fun if your sims wanted to plant some stuff here. And then in the middle here, we've got the jungle gym for the kids with a few benches benches for like the parents to sit on to watch them. And back here we've got an area for the bathroom. I included a dumpster. And then over here in this corner I've got a few picnic tables, a few with umbrellas, one without that's kind of under the tree for some shade. We've also got a few grills. Overall, I really do like how this park turned out. I think it looks really nice. I think it's so fun, and it's a great way to fill up this little lot here. And this obviously is not the file where I redid Johnny's S home, but I promise I did redo it. It's up in the gallery if you would like to download it. And so is this park if you guys would like to download it as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed that speed build of the Oasis Springs park that I built for my save file. As I continue to build for the Oasis Springs portion of my save file, I'm actually kind of looking forward to building community lots. I really liked how this park turned out, so that gives me confidence that the rest of these community lots should hopefully, fingers crossed, go a little bit easier than ones that I have done before. If you guys would like to see more from me, I stream 5 days a week over on Twitch, and we have a lot of fun, do lots of building, we do the Shrek Legacy. I will leave all that information linked down below for you, as well as a link to my save file in case any of you guys would like to download it. I have finished part 1 of it, which is Willow Creek, and I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the Sims that I created, the townie makeovers, the home renovations, all that kind of stuff, and I cannot wait to finish the Oasis Springs portion of the save file. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.